Hey everybody. Have you ever watched a game show like maybe like Survivor and you see them compete and you're like, man, I could do that better. Or you see a professional doing something in an activity that you never actually tried before and they make it look really effortless. And then you think, man, I could totally do that better than that person. I think that way all the time. Everything. So I decided maybe this would be a fun segment to actually put that to the test. So there's lots of different things. I see people do them and I'm like, man, I could totally do that better. So let's actually see. The very first segment I decided to try with this, I decided I see comedians all the time and I think I could be a comedian. So let's find out. So I watched a video right before this as far as like comedy techniques and what you should do as far as comedy. And I'm gonna go ahead and throw that out the window altogether. Not because I think it's bad. I thought it was really good, but I already forgot it all. So we're just gonna go completely off the cuff. And I think I'll start there. So like I'm gonna do my comedy 100% different than how I see everyone else do stand-up comedy. Like the very first thing that the problem that I see with most stand-up comedians is that they go off and they like read their jokes. Like oh I have to read the joke. I hate that. In order to combat that, I have a very simple strategy. I'm just going to go 100% off the cuff. This is all unscripted. I don't even know what I'm talking about right now. Uh, but I think that by doing this, I'm actually going to produce better jokes than if you saw me like glancing down and just, like doing this all the time. So we'll see how that goes. Second thing that I'm going to do differently than like normal stand-up comedians is I'm not going to stand up. This is going to be sit-down comedy and uh, lazy man's comedy. That's what this is. Like like standing up is a lot of effort. You're not standing up, so I'm not going to be standing up either. So yeah, that's number two. Number three is I'm not going to have an audience, and so I don't have anyone to like heckle off of or play off of, so I don't get to use anything like that for jokes. And I'm really just using this to try to think of a joke related to that, and I'm trying to buy time for that, but I can't really do it. So I'm going to move on to another subject and talk about that right now. I guess so. Like, yeah, my favorite comedian is Dave Chappelle. That's it, folks. I know that you probably want some sort of follow up there. There's not. I don't know if that's funny. It was funny to me in my head when I thought of that joke, but coming out, I don't know if it's as funny as it was in my head. We'll find out when I watch this video, and you guys will laugh at me, yeah, either for the joke or because I'm making a complete moron out of myself right now. I'm not sure which. We'll see. So I guess going back to being a comedian and why I think that I can do comedy better than most people, I guess the the thing is so I don't really think that it's a professional if if you have to go in and script it out, right? Like I don't uh, if I'm doing like most activities or I'm trying to do something like I don't get the chance to script it out. Like I guess in like real world situations, I'll tell you exactly what I'm thinking of in this situation right now. So if I'm gonna have sex, I don't get to like script out and pre-write my jokes. So, like it'll be a joke, but I don't get to pre-write it out, right? So like it would be completely different situations. Like if you compared me having sex off the cuff compared to like if you let me prep it out and it's like okay we're gonna get some practice time in and let me have a few partners to like bounce some jokes off of and things like that, then it would be a completely different situation than if I just uh, let's go home from the bar. Like that's whoa, like I don't get any prep. So like judging someone based off of their ability to prep out their jokes seems to me like a like how is that actually professional? Like I don't know. I think that there's two different skill sets and the benchmark should be higher there. I guess I should probably like change subjects. I don't really know how comedians. That's probably something that I should learn as far as stand-up comedians. Like, how do they change subjects and like easily transition? I'm gonna transition just cold to coronavirus. So how about that coronavirus, folks? Like, uh, what like people they everyone has something negative to say about the coronavirus. So I think I'm going to talk about like what I am grateful for the coronavirus. How about that? I am grateful that I uh, now get to pretend that I don't get haircuts very often and can blame it on the coronavirus. That is hugely grateful for that. Uh, Grateful for the fact that I am filming this right now in a like I get to put on a shirt, but I'm in sweatpants. And that's kind of how I live my life now, and that so I'm pretty grateful for that. Um, Overall, I should probably end here because I think I don't know exactly how much time I'm really interested to see how much time I took and how this goes overall. But so this has been my attempt at sit down comedy, and I had this idea that I could do stand up comedy better than, or at least, like on the same level as a mediocre comedian. So that's I'm not gonna be Dave Chappelle, right? That's not what I've been trying to go for with this segment. I'm trying to go more for like a little bit lower than maybe even like Carlos Mencia, right? Like something like bottom of the barrel. I can't think of the guy's name right now offhand, and then so it'd be really funny if I could throw someone out here, and that's kind of what I was trying to attempt to set up, but I couldn't do that. So I'm not even that good. But I think I'm pretty good. So what do you guys think?